Coach. Today, we would like to talk about why robotics. So, we have a few questions that I would like to ask you.
Sure.
So, why robotics?
Well, it's a good question. Why robotics? Well, because we see robots all around us, right? Tesla cars, autonomous driving. So robots are already on the road. If you go to the Gigafactory, the Teslas itself are being built mostly by the robots. Then, a lot of things are being done autonomously. All the testing of equipments and whatnot is being done autonomously. Humanoids are being built at the moment by Tesla itself. There are other companies also involved building robots, humanoids. So what is going to happen in the future? Right, a lot of work could potentially move from humans to robots. So there comes robotics. I think it's time for us to make and shape a better future with robotics, and that's why I think we are all so interested in robotics.
Yeah, me too. I'm super interested, and that's why I joined this wonderful team.
Yeah, great.
So, I have a question that I think not only some people, but I think many people who are watching this video might think. When should kids start robotics?
Well, another good one, right? So we all already know STEM is just taking over the entire, toys are there, with STEM toys are already there. So there is not really an age at which you can really start with the robotics, because again, robotics is creativity, problem solving, building blocks and whatnot. That's where it starts. So there is no real age to start now. There are the FLL and FTC programs that Team Fusion works on. FLL starts there at age 4, and age 4 to 6, it's mostly doing the building blocks with Lego Duplo. So that's where it starts in the FLL area, but really there is not a certain age where you would start. You can start as early as possible.
Yeah. So, can you please talk a little bit about FLL and FTC?
Yeah, sure. Our team, Team Fusion, has been doing FLL and FTC programs. They participate in both of those challenges. A couple of trophies up here from these kids from Team Fusion when they participated in FLL and FTC challenges, and they are still doing it. And they also participated in FLL presentation program. It used to be called FLL Junior. Now it is called FLL Explorer. So FLL is that stands for First Lego League. It has 3 components of 3 different age areas in which people can participate. There is FLL Discovery, which starts at age 4 to 6. These kids build models with Duplos. Then there is FLL Explore. FLL Explore is starting from age 6 all the way to age 10. That's where they really get into a little bit of coding, building blocks and whatnot, trying to solve the real world problems and exploring coding at the same time, and then doing a presentation in front of judges. It's a non-competitive program, but very good opportunity for learning and getting your hands into this whole mix. And then comes the next one, is the FLL Challenge, which is what you participate in and have been participating last, I think, 2 years now, right? So that's FLL Challenge is where a lot of teams go together, compete in a friendly competition with gracious professionalism, showing respect and following core values. So very good program. And then there is FTC. FTC is First Tech Challenge, which is for middle schoolers to high schoolers. Then there is FRC. FRC is First Robotics Competition, which is for high schoolers. That's a high school program.
Yeah. So there are a lot of levels, So yeah, there's different levels. Then we have a few trophies up here. Some are from FLL, some from FTC. Yeah, they're just spread out all around.
Yeah.
So, why do you think kids should do FLL and FTC in your opinion?
Well, over the years, and I think we have been doing it for almost now 6-7 years, I've seen these programs bring the best out of the kids in terms of creatively solving problems. It's all about problem solving, logically thinking, building things by your own hand, and then putting the brains behind it, coding, and then seeing the whole thing working end to end and solving those complex missions, working together in a team environment, working together to be successful. The expression of joy, the moments in the competition and throughout the journey is just amazing. It's amazing experience for the kids. They become more confident through these programs and essentially get the skills that make them more successful, in my opinion, going forward, and prepares them for a better future.
Yeah. So adding on to that, I think it does make you a lot more responsible, and it makes you feel like you have a big impact on the world. Also, I think it makes you feel more confident and that you can persevere more. It learns you a lesson to never give up. If you give up in the middle of the process, then it's never going to get done.
Yeah.
So. And what we've achieved is pride and trophies.
Sure, Agree. Yeah, you touched on that impact part, which is very important, right? Because of the core values, right? We have FLL asked us to follow certain core values in which we need to make an impact on the world. We solve the real world problems there as well. So it's not just some fun and games. It's really trying to solve the real world problems. Yeah.
Yeah. So, does everyone need to do coding and building to participate in a robotics team?
Well, not necessarily. And I think this is really a misconception out there that robotics meaning you need to do coding and you need to do building and stuff. Well, if you look at FLL challenge, right? FLL challenge itself, yes, there is a piece in which you have to build the robot, you need to code it, but then there are other parts also. The other parts being core values, the other part being one of the biggest part being the project, right? So there's a real world problem that the team needs to research, and they need to come up with a solution. They need to work with industry experts. They need to go present the solution to the judges, and in the whole thing they can build a prototype as well, which has nothing to do with, it can be a cardboard prototype, it is some type of prototype that they are building. So this group of people, they are doing nothing with respect to either coding or building. They are not doing that. They are doing research and potential solution of a real world problem. So that is for FLL. Then similarly for FTC, again the same thing. You can build a robot, you can code it, but it's a big piece out there which is called outreach. And in the outreach program, it's really about connecting with the community, telling them about the first programs, establishing as a team and educating people about the robotics program and making the community aware. Those are very important pieces and really carry a lot of teams forward if you have a good outreach program. So again, there is no coding or no building requirement for those positions. So in our teams, in our FTC, FLL teams, there are various roles which do not need people to do any of coding or building.
Yeah, I totally agree. Based on my experience, some people are totally passionate for coding and some are totally passionate for building. But some people, they are looking for jobs without coding and building. So there's a big part, as you said, which is called outreach. It not only applies for FTC, but also for FLL. So in FLL, we call it impact, but they're the same thing. So people need to have a big impact on the world for a part of FLL and FTC called Project. So it can help others be more successful, and yeah, it just helps as core values for the whole world.
Yeah, and even recently we did an outreach program. We set up the outreach post in one of the school's spring carnivals, and a lot of people were made aware, and they reached out to find out more about these programs. So that was pretty good.
Yeah. So what's next for you and our FLL and FTC teams?
Yeah, for Team Fusion, I think we are gearing up for the next season. Right, the next season is first in show. It is going to be a challenging one. Looks like it's related to some artists and trying to solve problems related to the artists. And both the teams, the FL and FTC teams, are very excited, ready to go. And of course, we want to reach out to as many people, as many viewers as possible, so that they are encouraged to join the program. The program starts somewhere in August, so you still have time to register and join the FLL FTC programs. Team Fusion would be out there to help with any questions that and any help that we can provide to the community.
Yeah. So I think that concludes our discussion.
Sure.
Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please ask us. We would love to post more videos on whatever you would like. Just comment. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.